Hey YouTube, I'm back again for another set of gear reviews. This one's kind of on request. I have had a couple of questions about the belts I was using in a few of my videos. So today's really just to focus on the belts, the patrol belts, the battle belts. Both of the belts I'm going to review are Blackhawk's enhanced padded patrol belt. The ones that I was using in the other videos previously for the UBBT Ultimate Bullet Button Tool reloads was a Coyote Tan. I since removed it. Removed the there's an enhanced military 2.25 inch Blackhawk belt that I kind of webbed right through here. I took it off and put it on my camo belt, multicam. You can see it. I'm using it here instead. I'm probably gonna get another one to go back on this belt so I can switch between the two different, if I'm, just trying to match in the camo versus, just regular Coyote Tan. It depends on what I'm using it for. Also, if you notice the belt that I'm using now, the multicam belt, I don't have this product on there. This product is the Condor's triple stacker M4 mags. I'll cover this in a little bit more shortly, but I don't have this on here because with this loadout, I've been kind of training out in the field with my AK. So those mags don't really work with it. So basically, what I opted for instead, it's a cleared rifle, by the way. What I opted for instead was an ammo pouch where I can keep my AK mags in there. Quick switch out. It's a featureless rifle, unlike my other rifle, which has a bullet lock on it. I like this rifle a lot better, and besides it's an AK, crap at the fan rifle, come on, of course. Anyways, that's the main reason why I'm not, this multicam one, I'm not sporting the Condor triple stacker setup there. I'll cover that in a little bit, but let me just go over this particular setup. It's the multicam one. I got a lot of multicam matching gear. I'll just go over the all the setup really quick. Again, like I said, this is the one that kind of feeds into the padded patrol belt is the enhanced Blackhawk's enhanced military 2.25 inch belt, and then that kind of holds together the padded patrol belt. What makes it really nice is it's comfortable to wear, I like this setup because I can usually pop it right off, toss it to the side, and just throw my entire load out and just be really lightweight after that. But just quickly going through it, pistol mags. I decided to get instead of a drop leg holster, I go ahead and put in a. This is an Israeli. This is for my HK45. It's got a retention mechanism to it, so I have that. Here's the corresponding pistol mags. If I need to do a quick reload, I can do that. Right here, I've got. I just got this recently. It's a first aid trauma kit. I still need to get up on my first aid and gunshot wound training, but I got that ready in case I ever need it. Eventually, I'm gonna get the training on doing that. Again, I did cover this. This is the ammo pouch where I can put the extra magazines or additional my AK rounds in there. And what I'm hanging right off of that is my Max Edition dump pouch that I can just rip right out, and it becomes a dump pouch for dropping magazines or whatever case I might need it for. Swinging around, I already covered the outside the waist belt holster here with the retention. I have an extra canteen. This is for hydration. I'm not a big camelback person. A lot of people do that as their option for hydration. I figured this works for me. I don't like having the extra on the back. I just like kind of the weight right in my middle area, so it's kind of balanced, not kind of too much of a pack thing going on. The other thing that's useful about this too is if somebody needed some water, I can just pop it right off and hand it to them that way. Going right back around, I've got, this is basically like a really large admin pouch. It was a Condor. I forgot the make of it. I'll go ahead and put an annotation on what exactly that is. But it's got a lot of storage in there. It's a good place to put like a map in case you're doing some navigation. Also, if I decide not to do my backpack for the day, I can put like my cell phone and my keys in there, and among a bunch of other things, stuff to write on and just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. So it's got some patches right there. Going back a bit around from on this side, here's another set. Here's another multicam pouch for my canteen. This particular one, I also have I can't pull it out, but I have the tin in there in case I need to heat up some water or whatever case I need it for. All right, I took a little break to put on the plate carrier and the body armor here. I just wanted to go over why I'm heavily a battle belt, patrol belt kind of guy. It's because a lot of people opt to put all their gear up on their chest rig, and I personally I don't like all that kind of stuff. It's because when I'm doing certain things, whether I'm working my rifle, or if I'm going to engage in some hand-to-hand combat, or just a bunch of other things, I don't want all of this area occupied. I like that freedom, and I just like really just the chest rig and the plate carrier on there. Besides, with all the weight on here, what's really neat is it's really just sitting on your hips. And if you start having a whole bunch of stuff on the front or in the sides or in the back, you really got to work at balancing it. Or else, you're either going to be front heavy or back heavy, and that's all fine if you want to work your abs or your back muscles. But honestly, I don't want to deal with that. Basically, I've got all that weight kind of centered right there. I'm good here. It's all cleared. And the reason why I like the Banshee Shellback Tactical Plate Carrier is because it's the way it's cut. It's not really large like a lot of plate carriers, so you don't feel like you lose that mobility. You have a lot of mobility with this, and this is great. If I get a firearm and I can press right out, it's great. And like I said, if I really need to, for whatever reason, drop my gear really quickly, and do something, just lose all my gear, I can do that easily. Pop middle one, boom. I'm streamlined. Now I've got my plate carrier, and I can, if I need to get in a tight space without all my gear on me, I can do that. You don't get that. If you have all your gear on your plate carrier, you can easily, obviously you can rip off your plate carrier and take that off, but it is what it is. And so see, right back on. Again, that's why I like the waist belt setup and hanging all the gear off of there instead of otherwise. I did forget to mention I've got the my K-bar blade up here. It's right up on the side, attached again to the belt here, and just dangling off to the side here. got its own retention, and that works great that way. All right, like I promised, I talk a little bit more about this product before I end the video. Basically, this is Condor's triple M4 magazine pouch in Coyote Tan. Normally it comes with the bungee cords, kind of wraps around, and if you want to access your magazine, you know, pull it off and then you pull out your magazine. I was reading somewhere where somebody said, you know, the best thing to do is put the Kydex inserts in there, and they'll hold pretty good. See, look at that. So that's pretty neat. And if you need to pull them out, you just yank them right out. Now, one thing I noticed is that it's a lot easier to get the magazines back in if you pull the back one out first, because it does get it tight, you know. So if you pull the front one out, putting it back in is kind of tight, because the back magazine with its Kydex insert gives a little bit, makes this tight, which is great for retaining the magazine and the outer row, lower row, but it sucks for getting it back in. So if you access your mag, you want to get that in, you want to pull the back one out, then you know that gives it some slack. You put it in, put it in. So in my other video I already covered the ultimate bullet button tool, so I won't really talk about that. What I'll do is just kind of go over the Kydex inserts. So this is what they look like. They fit right into the pocket, right? And the pocket squeezes them, right? What's really neat is when the pocket squeezes tight on the top there, it pinches because of this little section right in the middle. It pinches on the magazine. So when it's in the pocket, it actually gives it a little retention, which is great. And the beauty of it is, and why you don't have to put that in here is because when it's in there and when the magazine in the front is in there, right, and it's giving squeeze, right, it puts some pressure on the other pocket. You know, it's wanting to push outwards to this other pocket, which in turn, you know, see, this one is kind of loose, but when I put the Kydex in the upper pouch, it'll push back on this guy, giving this guy some retention. So you don't really need to put these wedge Kydex inserts. By the way, I got this from SKD Tactical. So you don't have to put these inside of the front and inside of the back. You really just need to put them in the back. You know, just pinch them really tight, tuck them right in there, all the way at the bottom, and you got some retention. And basically, you'll need to pull it just a little bit to get it out. But that's great. You know, if you need to speed draw some of your magazines, you don't have to fumble around with the bungee cord. You know, you just pull it right out. But it's good enough so that when you're doing cartwheels out in the field, which you're not going to do, but if you wanted to, it'd stay in there. So that's a great setup. If I was running with my AR-15 out in the field, I'd probably swap out some of my other stuff on my multi-cam belt and put this back on. But since I'm running with my AK, this will have to be for another time in another place. I could also mount that on the front of my my plate carrier if I decide to do that. Again, you know, I gave you my spiel about why I don't like stuff on my plate carrier, but this is probably a good exception. It's keeping it simple. I don't like a whole bunch of stuff, but this is a simple setup. I could do that as well.